Alright, this is right, guys. This is a special one, guys. Uh, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this because it's after Halloween now, but I thought to myself, I'm going to review all the Halloween movies. As you can see, all the Halloween movies that I've watched. I watched Ramaz, but then I watched the last two on May because she hasn't got those. The remakes, so all of them from the first one to the remakes. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, all the movies. Alright, this first Halloween film would have to be Halloween 1. Appropriate. Halloween 1 has to be. Let's take them all out of the bloody things. It's easy to get to. Alright, okay. Take them all out and then review them all. What I think of them. So, part of the, I'll explain the story a little bit. So, alright, so Halloween 1, directed by John Carpenter. This is the iconic one. This is what started it all off with before the sequels are made. And there's a guy called Michael Myers who kills his sister, and then years later, years ago he killed his sister. After when you see the scene where the camera goes in, like there's some inventing of how they did the intro, like the camera goes in, you see us looking through Michael Myers' eyes, right, and then the camera goes in and goes towards the house. He's looking around. You can see his sister making out with his boyfriend, so then she goes in. Then then Michael Myers, gets a kitchen knife, goes upstairs, sees his boyfriend coming down, leaving. He should have stayed. He probably got killed. No, I don't know. Might have been different. Then he kills his sister, and then that scene was incredible. I remember watching it. Thinking, oh my god! And I was watching a documentary on it, right? And I was watching a documentary how they did it, and it was incredible because when they kept on doing the scene, they said they kept on running out of film or something, so they had to improvise and so certain parts will cut, so that to go from the. So you can tell by the film actually, but no, you can't really tell really. It was so well done, you can't really tell. But when they tell you, then you're supposed to then you start to notice. Anyway, yeah, it's a fantastic movie. The music was fantastic. I remember I remember listening. I don't know. I can't remember the first time I'm trying to think when the first time I heard the music, but it's like the type of music you hear the first time you go, that's iconic straight away. It's just so iconic the music is. And actually John Carpenter did that music. He just actually made that music himself. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays Laura Strode. And she's great in it. She plays this kind of innocent, plays the main character in the film who fights the boogeyman, who Michael Myers goes after later on in the film, because there's a bit of a spoiler here, but it turns out to be his brother or sister, so it's related. But yeah, great film. I can't talk too much about these films, but the finale is fantastic. I love the finale when she's running towards the house, right, and Michael Myers is chasing, and the kids were in bed, and she's banging the door, going, it's fantastic. And I can't forget one guy in it, Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance, absolutely fantastic as Loomis. He brings a lot of. I like the relationship. There's a kind of there's a relationship between him and Michael Myers, but you don't hear, you don't really see it much, but you do hear about it because he talks about him talking about Michael Myers, about how evil it is, and so much evil in the guy, but there's a small little bit of relationship there between those two, so there's something there between them two in the film, but you don't see much of it. You just see a bit of it. I think that now there's a TV version of this film. I've not seen it. Hang on. Yeah, there's another version of this film. Hang on, it's here somewhere. It's a TV version of the film. It's on this disc, I think. Hope so. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I think I've seen a bit of it. No, I think I saw it on the finger. Yeah. Yeah, you got all the special features on there. Great film, fantastic. So I won't go too much into detail because I won't have time to do all that. Part 2. Another good film. This wasn't directed by John Carpenter. I think it was directed by the guy who did Resurrection. Oh boy. This is directed by... I don't know. Let's see who's directed by this. Oh, is it Rick Rosenthal? Yeah, it is him. Jesus Christ. What went wrong for that film? And I'll review that later on in the review. This is part 2. Great film again. It takes place a few minutes after the first one. Or hours, whatever. An hour, whatever. And Laura Strode is in hospital now. In hospital after the attack by Michael Myers. And Michael Myers follows her to the hospital, right, and is like, he kills the people there at the hospital, like some of the nurses and stuff, the people that work there. And great film again. I've got like on DVD, man. Parts of it was cut, and then it was like then it was added in the deleted scenes, but this is sort of the full cut version. So yeah, it's a great film. I like the part where the scene where he kills that woman in it, and he sticks her head in the bathtub and kind of dries, but burns her too. He kind of burns her more than anything. Her face is all like burnt and stuff. It's quite nasty. She's got nothing on, but yeah. Right, stars Donald Pleasence again. Stars Donald Pleasence and Jamie Lee Curtis again. But Donald Pleasence is fantastic in this. And the last part is brilliant. Where let's turn this off. The last part is brilliant when he blows Michael Myers up. I thought that was brilliant. That looked like, and the funny thing is, that looked like he was dead, innit? It's like you think, how the hell is he going to survive that? You find out later on. So yeah, great film. Hang on, forgot to say it. Hang on. I was going to give this 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. I'll give this a 1. Just joking, guys. 10 out of 10 for that one. Great film. I do like this one a lot. 10 out of 10 for the first Halloween film. Halloween 2. I give this one a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. This one. Not as good as the first one, but still very good horror. So that one 9 out of 10. So yeah. Great film. And Donald Pleasence is back in that one. Fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic in that. This one was kind of controversial on this one because they never had Michael Myers in this one. It's Halloween 3. Because what John Carpenter wanted to do was do different storylines each film or something. So of course people didn't like that idea. They wanted Michael Myers. So there you are. The first part of the film is this guy gets chased, right? He's getting chased by these people, these guys in suits, and they turn out to be like robots or something. I don't know what they are. They're like robots, animatronics, what they are. And anyway, he's holding this mask, right? And then he's in hospital, right? Because he gets attacked by these guys, right? And so he's in hospital, right? And then one of the guys in the suits kills him in the hospital. So, and then yeah, it's a good one. And then there's this cop in it. So he's a cop. I think he's a cop. Yeah, he's a cop. He tries to investigate where these masks come from, and so he goes into this countryside. No, what was it? No, he goes with this woman who turns out to be the uncle. So the guy who died turns out to be her uncle. So and then they go into the countryside and they have to investigate something. And yeah, it's a good film. I do like it. It stars a guy on Robocop. Is someone for Robocop? I'm sure he's him. Yeah. Great film though. Underrated, I say. Not perfect, but if you take the Halloween title off and just not call it Halloween, or just call it Halloween Season of the Witch instead of call it Part 3, it'll be a better film. But I think because it's called Halloween 3, it gets bad rep. Bad ratings. But as a horror film, it's really good. A standalone horror film, it's very good. It's got some scares in it. It's got some scenes I've never seen. This, I remember the DVD version, man, and I cannot remember certain parts. The part where the girl gets electrocuted by the badge, and her face is all like all burnt. It's like nasty, and something starts coming out of her mouth, and I couldn't even remember that scene in the film. And I watched it on Blu-ray. I was like, what the hell? I can't remember that part. It looked really nasty too. So yeah. Oh, sorry. But yeah, it's a good film. Yeah, that's right. Colonel Cochran is on Robocop. So yeah, the last part's brilliant where, there's this couple in the room, man. They use this testing room to test the mask on them, right? It's like, and the kids are wearing the mask, right? And they starts playing that horrible music, that playing that music, and the kid starts going all kind of like, and it starts going crazy, and he dies, and these things come out of his head, come out the mask really, but, and then snakes and stuff like, and the woman dies or so, of a heart attack or so, or whatever it is, and then the husband gets bitten by one of the snakes. So yeah, it's good. It's a good film. The last part's pretty awesome. Is telling to stop the channel being broadcast. So yeah, and it's just a really good film. You know, Halloween 3. I give it, what rating would I give it? Honest rating, 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a good film. Honest opinion, 8 out of 10. Alright, sorry, get a bit uncomfortable. Is Halloween 4. This is the Return of Michael Myers. Return of Michael Myers, that's convenient, isn't it? That's a good title. Yeah, this is a good one. Like, Donald Pleasance returns in this one. Yeah, it's a really good film. Yeah, even this didn't get the best ratings, but this turns out to be probably the best. I'm not sure if this is the best one. I'm not sure, but this one stars Danielle Harris, who plays the daughter of Laura Strode's, and he's after her next. Michael Myers is after her, so and she has these like images of Michael Myers. It's like one part when she's in a bedroom, and it's creepy as hell because he's like, the door opens by itself, right, and then she goes into the like a walk-in wardrobe, what you call it. It's like this wardrobe. It's like, no, it's not a wardrobe. It's like a closet. That's what it is. She goes in, and then she kind of like nothing. Then Michael Myers tries to grab her from under the bed. It's like that. It's a really good film. So yeah. I love the scene where the sheriff they're in the house, right? Lomas and all, but then they have to leave for a reason, right? Next minute, there's a cop sitting in the chair, right? He's like rocking like that, holding the gun, right? And this scene blew my mind. I just thought this scene was so well done because it does have the same atmosphere as the first Halloween film. Out of all the Halloween sequels, this has probably the similar atmosphere as the first one. And then later on, right, the girl comes like is holding like coffee and stuff, right? She's like, he's sitting in the chair doing that rocking line. You think, oh my god! And there's like a little bit of a twist. I won't say what happens. I was just like, oh crap! It's a great scene. It really is one of the most underrated scenes I've ever seen in Halloween. Very underrated. Spot on. It was spot on. So yeah, great film. Yeah, I did like this one. Really good film. So yeah. And the last bit's brilliant with the girl in it. The young girl in it who there's a scene in it where it's like the first one where they did the mask and everything, the stabbing and stuff. There's kind of like they had that in this film. So yeah, it's a great scene. So yeah, great film. Rating, I'd give this one. You know what? I'm going to be controversial and give it a 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 for that one. Great film. And a really solid sequel, I'd say. Halloween 4. I love that one. This one's good. I like this one. When I first watched it, I thought I did see the Halloween 5. This one's great. I did see the flaws in it, and I've watched it again. It's actually a really good film. But there's some... Yeah, it's a neat young niece. Yeah. This one takes place just after the other film. Daniel Harris returns as the niece of Michael Myers. Is it Trauma young niece? Yeah, because there's part where she touches her hand in part 4, right? She touches Michael Myers' hand, and there's some kind of bond between them. It's like a connection like between them both. Because you find out later on that she starts seeing like images, like she can't talk because something's wrong with her voice, right? So she can't talk properly. So she has she has to communicate by drawing and stuff like that. So, and Donald Pleasance returns as this in the Halloween 5 returns. And the only thing that bothers me about this one is the house in it, because the return to the house, right? The house looks. I'm not sure if it's the same house for the first one, but it's supposed to be because the house looks completely different, which I don't understand why it looks different. The house from the first one, it looks bigger. I'm like, that house is not the same house from the first film. No way. The house here where he's in, I was like, what is going off? How comes no one notices the house looks slightly different to the house in the first one? God, they might as well use my bloody house. Even our house looks more freaking similar to that house. I mean, it's crazy. Not really doesn't really look similar, but you know, there's more chance this house looking more like that house than the big house that he's in this film. So, but yeah, really good film. I do like this one. It got shit on but I do like the scene where Michael Myers is sitting in the car, right? No, there's one part where he kills this guy, right? He's like, you don't mess with this guy's car. He's scratching the car, right? And yeah, Michael Myers scratches this guy's car, and he's like, "What the hell?" And he grabs this fork thing, stabs it right through his head, so right through his nugget, So, but that scene was great. I did like that, but too bad he never survived that character because he might have been a good character later on in the film. I think it would have been a great character, but they had to kill him off. I don't know why. Straight away, strange. There are strange decisions in this film. I just didn't get, but she's great now. She returns again, and the last part's pretty awesome too. So yeah. The last part's interesting. Is this guy, right? You don't see his face, right? He has these like shoes on, and you see him walking a bit. You see his feet all the time in the film. And then later on, you see him again in the film. So yeah, and it's like a shootout in the prison where they get Michael Myers later on. So it's like a shootout, and Michael Myers gets released by these guys. So yeah, it's a great film. But yeah, it's not perfect, but I liked it. Really do like this one. So, and the girl in the fourth one, the blonde one, she gets like killed and she gets like stabbed, and I thought, that's a bit of a shame, bit of a waste, but there we go. Yeah, so the rating I'll give this one, I don't know, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I liked it, really. I like the mask in this one part where he's wearing this creepy mask, Michael Myers, and I thought they should have kept that mask in the film. That was brilliant, but then they just changed it back to his other mask, which I didn't find quite as scary because it looked more scary wearing that horrible troll mask. It looked really freaky. Should have kept the freaking troll mask. It would have been great. So yeah, but 8 out of 10 for that one. I did like that one. Alright, this one got shit on, but I did like it. I watched the director's cut of this, part 6. Good film. I saw the producer's cut of this, and as you can see, you get two. You get like the normal edition cut and the producer's cut. Theatrical cut. I watched the producer's cut, right? It's really good. I'd have to admit it's less violent than the theatre cut, because the one scene where in the normal cut, Michael Myers throws the girl on this like sharp thing, and then he and then he pulls this lever, and then she gets drilled, and drilled like by this long, I don't know what you call it. It's like a tractor thing. I don't know. It's like, but in the producer's cut, he stabs her, and it's kind of weak actually, I thought. So yeah, it's good film. It's still got the same scenes in it, like in the normal cut, but then the scenes like, you see more of Loomis in the film, which is great, And Donald Pleasance returns. It's his last performance in this. Really sad too. He's great. He's on top form in this. I don't know if he knew he was on his way out, but you know what? He's fantastic. So yeah, he's great. I like the part where the dad goes. I want this. Oh, I don't know. This what this guy goes down he goes downstairs, and the wash is kind of going like, right. Who's dad? I think he's dad, isn't it? And there's this guy now, and he's a bit of a dick anyway. And sorry, I'm rushing a little bit on it. Ow. I think he's dad, isn't it? Ow. He's a bit of a dick in it, so. Anyway, he goes down, he gets washed, and he sees all this blood and stuff, and he gets killed by Michael Myers. Yeah. Yeah, he gets killed by Michael Myers, and really good scene. So I'm a little bit, I've had a busy day too. I'm a little bit, out of it, yeah. So yeah, good film, not perfect, but I like it still. And the thing is in it, the guy who plays Ant-Man from the Marvel films is on it. So what's his name? That guy who plays Ant-Man. He's on this. So I was like, whoa, hey, awesome. Actually, I knew he was on this anyway, but still watching him. It looks pretty. It hasn't aged that much at all. So yeah, can't believe this film's 20 years old now. Yeah, good film. Not perfect, but you know what? I like it, so I'll give it. And what rating would I give this? I've seen both versions of the cut. I rather the murders on the normal cut, but I give it. I give it an 8 out of 10. I still think it's a solid horror film. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I like this one. I give both versions 8 out of 10, but I think the other version was slightly better because the other version was like his little babies in his bottles, like that could kind of like. But in the producer's cut, what is it? There's there's like these people in these robes and stuff, and there's like where Michael Myers impregnates his sister. So I don't know, something weird stuff going off, but it's a better version. I think the producer's cut. It's definitely a better version. It's got a better story to the other one. It's a little bit less far-fetched, I think. Druids. I think it's druids, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah. The ending part's different with druids and stuff. But, yeah. Good film. Yeah, I give that 8 out of 10. Good film. Still a very good, solid horror film. Right. H2O. Now, this film I did like. Yeah. This is like the first one without Donald Pleasance in. No, actually, yeah, it is, isn't it? Because Jamie Lee Curtis returns as Laura Strode. I heard that John Carpenter was going to direct it, but I don't know why I didn't. Should have really directed. I think it would have been a better film altogether. It's like 20 years after the original one, and he returns to Haddonfield, and Jamie Lee Curtis is like an alcoholic now character. Laura Strode is like an alcoholic now in this film, and she has a son, and they're at this school, right? And is it a school? I don't know. It must be a school or something, college or something. There's one scene where the guy there's like this lift, right? This elevator things, right? And he's like, and he kind of goes up. Does he go up? Yeah, he goes up. You know, to get some like a bottle opener or something, right? And he drops it down the sink, right? There's sink things with it, you know. I don't know what the hell that is. But he puts his hand down, right? And he gets it out. Does he get out? He gets it out or something. And then Michael Myers is standing right next to him, right? And you don't see him kill him. You see him. He just kills him off camera. And the next minute, the girl goes up. The girl kind of says, "Well, you know," waits for him. So the next minute, he's like, his dead body's right there, and it's like Michael Myers starts chasing after the girl in it. So it's like a kind of like cat and mouse thing. So yeah, it's a great film. So yeah, I did like it. Not as good as the first one, but you know, it's a good film though. I'm gonna be nice and generous with these films. It stars Just Harnett from 30 Days Late of Night. The last bit is brilliant. I like the last bit. It should have ended it. That's how it should have ended. It chops Michael Myers' head off, and that's it. Because it made no sense after what they did after. It made no sense at all. So yeah, good film. I can't be able to explain too much about it because I haven't got time to do it. So, so yeah, good film. And it even stars Jamie Lee Curtis' mother, who's on the Psycho film. So yeah, Psycho film. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is give this film... I'm going to give this film a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for that. It's still a good horror film. I did like that one still. 8 out of 10 for that. Good film. Now I'm going to go for the worst one. This film was absolutely ridiculous. Where is it? I'll find it. Oh my god. This one was ridiculous. Don't get me started about the cover. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis from H2 on it. It's ridiculous. And she's not even in the film that bloody long. Now, this takes place years later, 3 years later. And turns out the character the Michael Myers actually killed wasn't a Michael Myers, it was a medic. Which makes no sense. So if that was a medic, right, what the hell, what happened to... How come no one even noticed the body was there, the medic's body? So it was really stupid. And you see parts with Michael Myers walking around with a knife, dressed as a medic. I mean, how comes no one went, "Oh look, there's Michael Myers there"? It's pretty crazy. The storyline was, story-wise. I mean, the chops head off and thinks. Another thing, how comes when the vehicle hits him, right? He's like reacting like Michael Myers. You know, it's just stupid. It makes no sense. And there's another part where she's getting chased by Michael Myers in this film, right? he's chasing after her. He's walking after her, right? And then after she somehow managed to get a, trap him, right, and get a rope, right, and trap it around his leg, right, so he's like upside down. But the thing is, right, she goes, I'm gonna have to make sure it's you. But then I'm thinking, well, he was chasing after you. Why would someone chase after you with a mask? It makes no sense. Stupid. It's a really stupid film. And don't get me started about the bloody Buster Rhymes scene. It's funny, it's funny, but it's so stupid. Because he does like a martial arts scene where he kicks Michael Myers, and then there's another part where Michael Myers, he's dressed as Michael Myers, and he's walking around, and it's ridiculous. The film is ridiculous, honestly. It completely killed the franchise. That killed it. Hopefully they make a new one that puts it right. Not a good film, but it's fun, but it's stupid. So yeah. And she dies in it. She hardly lasts in the bloody film. This scene bugs the hell out of me. There's one part where he's trying to get through the door, right? So the camera's like hitting the door and vibrates like, and then he just walks through the freaking door. So now he can walk through a damn door now without actually trying to break it. It's crazy. The film's got some stupid moments in it. No tension in this film at all. It's not scary. But it's fun in a sense. It's just so stupid. Because they go back to the old house where he killed his sister. And so it's like a Big Brother thing with the cameras on them and all that kind of stuff. People watch them. So yeah, it's a terrible film. But it's fun but terrible at the same time. I give this film I'll be a bit generous here. Generous. I'll be 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. It's a bad film, but 5 out of 10 for that one. Right, on to the remakes. Right, on to the remakes now. And this gets shut on. You know what? I enjoyed this film. So I'm just trying to get comfortable. I enjoyed this film. Directed by Rob Zombie. I was watching it yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day after? That was the other day. And it's like a remake. But it kind of delves deeper in the relationship between Loomis and... It digs deeper with Michael Myers. It digs deeper in his life and why it became the way he did. And I liked it. It was good. It wasn't perfect. The only things I didn't like about it, right, was the language in it was ridiculous. Some of the language was so like full on, with the way the kid boy says the C word and on his sister's face or something. It's just like, what is wrong with this language? And why is the language so full on? Didn't need that. The only thing that ruins it is the bloody language in it. There's swearing and everything, and it's ridiculous. Apart from that, I liked it. It's not as bad as people made out. I mean, it's not perfect. I never saw. I'm just trying to get comfortable. It's not perfect, but it's kind of, it digs deep with the relationship between Loomis and Michael Myers, and I like the way they did that. They did a better job in a way, because the original ones didn't really dig too deep in that storyline, but this they do. It's like a relationship between Loomis and Michael Myers. Not as good as Donald Pleasant's performance, but Michael McDonald makes a good Loomis, but not as good as Loomis. Donald Pleasant's performance. I preferred his performance towards Michael Myers, because it's kind of mysterious between those two. What went off in the past. Maybe they showed it too much, but in this they dig deeper with the relationship between Michael Myers and Loomis. But it's still well done though. The performance and the acting's really good too. I mean, I don't know why people think the acting was bad. I think that was the second one. I don't know. It was just me, but yeah, I liked it. And the finale's fantastic. Where there's one part of the girl. She gets on top of the She gets on top of Michael Myers and boom, blows his head off. Like, I just think that scene was great. And her performance, the girl who plays Laurie Strode, is actually is really good. I'm being honest here. She's really good in this film. So yeah, I liked it. The language kind of put me off a little bit, but you know what? I liked it still. So yeah, I'm going to be a bit controversial with the rating system here, because you know what? I don't give a monkeys, guys. You want to put comments about saying, oh, you shouldn't like this film. That's, who cares? I liked it. So yeah, really good film. Rating I'd give this film, I give it an 8 out of 10. I'm controversial, you see. 8 out of 10 for that one. I thought it was really well done. The language ruins it for me, because But apart from that, as a horror film, you know, it's pretty good. Solid acting. And the guy who plays Michael Myers is pretty good himself. So yeah. 8 out of 10 for that. And finally, it's the one that people seem to really shit on, but you know what, I liked it still. It's Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. I watched it last night, right, and I was a bit surprised. It was different. The film felt different because there was one part that was more violent. The last part was less violent. I don't know. It was weird. I watched it years back. It was more violent than the scene was. It was like the uncut version. The cut version I watched. I'm not sure. Because there's one part where he murders Lomas, kills him, slaughters him. But the one that I watched last night was different. This takes place just after the other one that they made, where Michael Myers gets his head shot off. This part really. I was watching last night. I just don't know what the hell was going off, right? He's in the ambulance, right? Michael Myers, right? And the car's like, and these two guys are talking, right? Next minute, the ambulance hits something, and I think, what the hell did that just hit? And I thought it hit like a freaking other vehicle because the car like collided, and they actually did a lot of damage. And guess what it hit? A cow. A cow made out of brick, you know. I'm thinking, what the hell? That was a cow. He's like, cow! Collided, and the ambulance, as if it hit something really hard, and hit a bloody animal. Really strange that scene was. I didn't get it. I don't get it. If a car hit an animal, it wouldn't have bloody bashed into like that. It would have just like ran it over. I know cows are big and hefty, but Jesus Christ. It's like it hit a bloody rhino or something. Rhino wearing a body armor. A rhino wearing bloody a body vest as a body armor. It's weird. But yeah, really good film. There's one part where he's walking through the woods. He's walking right, and he grows a beard. He grows like a beard, and he's like wearing those. And he's really actually I liked him in this film. You don't see he doesn't wear a mask, but he wears a mask when he kills someone. So these people are driving this car right, and they kind of like beat the shit out of him right. So he gets up and he slaughters always three of these people. You know, these people driving this vehicle beat the crap out of him. I understand why he beat the crap out to the guys, but the girl, I don't know why he killed her for. So yeah, good film. And it has a great finale, but it has a different finale to the one I watched a few years back. I was like, huh? I like the music in it too. It's got love head. So yeah, good film though. I'm not sure if this. I don't know. I quite liked it. I'll probably give this another 8. Who knows? I don't know now. I don't know what to give this film because I did like it. You know what? Yeah, I did like this one. Not as fun on language, I don't think. The language isn't bad, but it's got like a more of a sense of humour this one as compared to the first one. Malcolm McDowell returns as Lomas, but you know what? I like this one. People shit on these films, but you know what? I liked it. It's not as bad as people made out. And the acting is fantastic. The girl in the play that was on the first one, she's fantastic again. She screams a lot in this film. She does scream a lot, but she's great in it. I think she's really good. She has kind of this innocence about her, but then she kind of has this nastiness about her. She gets angry too easily. So yeah, the last part was great. There's one part, this guy, he stamps on this guy's head right. He actually mashes his head up, like really stamps on this guy's head. So yeah, he's great. Great film. Not perfect, but you know what, I liked it. So not as bad a people. The acting is not bad. The acting really is good actually. There's a sad part. There's actually a sensitive part in this film. I was a bit surprised that Rob Zombie can pull off a scene like where his friend gets murdered, right? And she is losing it, the girl. And she's like losing it, you know. And there's that bit of music, and I think it doesn't sound like a Rob Zombie film, you know, the way that the music moves along. So yeah, I was a bit surprised that he can pull off a sensitive scene like that. Quite a sad scene, you know. So yeah, he did a good job with that film. I don't think he's a bad director. That's my honest opinion. If this wasn't called Halloween, then would people shit on him then? I don't think so. So yeah. So yeah, I give this. So if I had to give this an honest opinion about this film, rating system, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I said it, guys. 8 out of 10 for this one. This was really good. Not perfect, but you know, to me, 8 out of 10 is still not perfect, you know. But I mean, if I got a 9 out of 10, it would be like super fantastic. But film was still good. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for that. So anyway, guys, here's my review of all the Halloween movies. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I love these films. Like I said, great films. All of them are great, apart from the Resurrection one, which was not the best. I feel like the book, so I got like a book with it too. So Anyway, there we go. Halloween films, all done. Reviewed them all. So anyway, guys, take care, guys, and follow me on them. I've got to get going. I've got to do something to do now. So take care, guys. Hope you like my review. So bye, and have a nice Halloween next year. So take care, guys, and don't let Michael Myers get you.